Hello everyone, welcome back to Turquesa Dot. This is Evie and today I'm gonna share with you some journal pages, my art journal. And these are the ones that I've been working on. So I've been getting things out of my stash that I haven't used in a while and playing with them to see what I can come up with using those and trying out new things that I haven't tried. So this is something that I had, so I decided to try that out. And I also had these, and you see that I still have a whole bunch of them. So this is what I came up with. This is what came out of that experiment. And that's my page. So I added this, I gessoed the page, I added this to the bottom, then went over that with my gel medium and some gesso. I also had one flower left from this Prima flower set, so I incorporated that flower there. I thought it went perfectly with the colors and the layout. And I added some of the packaging to the page, so I just cut it out and distressed the edges and added them to the page. And then those Maya Road little swirls that you saw, that's what I added here. I just painted them, and then I added pearls in between. And then you're gonna see that at the bottom I have two potty people here and a plane, because my dream, which is a stamp that is very old and I decided to use, and I just embellished it a little bit more with more swirls, and then I put my journaling. One of my dreams is to be able to go to Paris with my husband, and I would love to be able to do that for our anniversary. So I decided to put that down on a page and journal about that dream. So that's what this page came out to be. It's an experiment with things that I had not used. I also have some washi here on the edge. Just moving. See, so that's the washi and the packaging. Then the potty people and the plane, and then a little tag with some leftover crochet with a date. And those are the swirls. And at the top is the Prima flower that I just added some gesso, but I colored the gesso with the same pastel pink that I was using in the background, so that it would all match up. I added color to my gesso so it looked paler or more in tune, or I don't know. So I just added that so that it would go together with the colors of the page and it wouldn't jump out as much. So that's why it's all like foggy and blending. It's a dream. So I really like how it turned out. And then I have little punched out butterflies that I had also punched out a while back. I took some out of the little box and I added some liquid pearls to them, and I just have them flying up. And then this is one of those little wooden veneer pieces. It says thinking of love and then the dream. Okay, so that's that page. And then the other page that I worked on is this. I started with this, which is a collection of chipboard piece stickers that Janelle had sent me. So those are from the Bloom collection by Prima. So I decided to use those. Okay, so what I did was I had this page that had this stenciling on it because it was a leftover modeling paste from another project. So I just finished that off by adding this stencil to that page, and then I decided to paint the whole background with colors that went with the two stickers that I wanted to use, the chipboard stickers. So since they had to do with art and my passion for it, I had the word inspire at the top. I added the word inspire to the top, added some stamping on the background. Inspire positive thoughts and share your artistic soul. So what I did was that I incorporated 3 little teeny tiny tiles, and they are supposed to represent like little teeny tiny canvases, and did some of the things that I love to do. So I did a little mixed media one using a paper clip, and I turned that into a tree. I'll zoom in a little bit. And then I did some doodling on this one, which is something that I like to do while I'm like thinking of ideas and just passing time. And then I did this with this one with the vintage. So that little chipboard is painted with the same color as the background on the other 3. I added some crochet lace, a little cameo with a flower, and then micro beads and pearls to the edge. So I'll go in now so you could see. So that's the tree. It has seed beads in it. And then inside of my tree, what I have is glossy accents and a little teeny tiny, very, very thin chain that I dropped in carefully. And then I added some seed beads. And then I painted my background with metallics on top of the pastel colors. So it has contrast to that. And this one is the crochet with the little micro beads and the pearl trim and the cameo with a rose. That's a little doodling one. See my little dot doodles that I love to do. And then the little circles that you see here, these are just stamps that I took out of my binder. I haven't been using them, so I wanted to take those out. So I took a whole bunch of borders out, and then the bigger circles are just from the cap of these glimmer mist. The glimmer mist that I used at the bottom. So what I use for those borders are these, and I had them in my binder with a beautiful cling pages, but they were sticking to it and they were breaking. So I decided to take them out, and I have all of those borders onto a Spellbinders packaging. And that way, if I want to take these when I travel, so I want to be able to take some things that I can work with. So I decided to put them all in this packaging so I can take them with me because they're borders. So I'll probably take that, and I'll probably take one of the other cling pages with some background stamps that I can use for multiple things. So that's basically that page there. So you see this chipboard. I love those two pieces from that collection so much. And then for the next page, what I did was that I wanted to play with this, but I wanted to keep it with the same colors so that it would match the page next to it. So I had this doily that Marla sent me last year, and she sent me a whole bunch of them, and I was thinking of using them for the workshops with the girls, but I wanted to try it out first. The idea that I had, I wanted to try it out first to see if it would work. So the page that I came up with using that is this one over here, and that one has the same colors as I used on the page next to it, but I added a washi border here, and then these two words I had cut out from a magazine, so I just gel medium those down. This was a little piece that I had left over from, you're not going to see it, but it's an embossed little piece of paper that I had used for something. So I just added a heart at the top, and to my dolly I made a border with a Pitt pen. So I used my washi at the top, and I really like how that looks. And then what I wanted to do with the flower was to create a real flower with it. Well, not a real one, but something that looked more realistic than just a doily. So once it was down, I started adding all of my details with the pearlescent paint. And then I added my journaling to the bottom and another piece from that other collection, so it all ties in with the colors and some of the similar elements. And it says, who, what, you can always create your own one of a kind. And that's some washi at the bottom there too. And those are pieces from, I mean, this one and the washis are from the vintage collection from DCWB that I liked a lot last year, and I haven't used most of them, so I decided to start using some of those. And I wanted to keep them in a page in a place that I could remember them or keep them forever, so I incorporated them into the page. So those are the two pages that I worked on this journal. So I've been working at 3 journals at the same time, depending on what I want to work with and the medium that I want to use, because these are really, really thin, and so they won't take too much mixed media. I have to keep them thinner. And then the other one is the mixed media by Canson, which takes heavy mixed media onto it. So that's why I'm changing around my journals according to what I want to work with. So besitos everyone, take care. I hope you liked what I had to share today.